the Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news that happened during the week February 17th to February 23rd, 2012. In movie news, on Thursday, February 16th, Warner Home Video, Los Angeles Times and the Paley Center for Media hosted the West Coast premiere of Justice League Doom, the highly anticipated next entry in the ongoing series of DC Universe animated movies. Rennie Cowan attended the LA premiere of Justice League Doom on behalf of the Superman homepage and conducted a number of red carpet interviews with cast members of the animated film. Come by the site now to check out her interviews with Phil Morris, Tim Daly, Susan Eisenberg and more. In an interview with IndieWire.com, director McGee reveals that Robert Downey Jr. was actually cast to play Lex Luthor in his never-made Superman movie. He also said, "Ironically, we liked Henry Cavill a lot, but we hadn't cast him yet." Starcam caught up with Jayden Gould at the recent Movie Guide Awards Gala and asked her about playing a young Lana Lang on the upcoming Man of Steel movie, while trying to also balance going to school and being a regular teenager. In TV news, Lauren Force, best known for her work as writer and story artist on the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, has revealed that her next project is a new series of animated shorts starring Supergirl, Batgirl and Wonder Girl. Titled Super Best Friends Forever, the animated short will be featured in the new DC Nation block airing on Cartoon Network from March 3rd. Cartoon Network and DC Entertainment have released the episode description and 2 preview clips, as well as 17 images for Misplaced, the upcoming new episode of the Young Justice animated series. When every adult on the planet disappears, only the team, Zatanna and Billy Batson are left to defeat the 5 most powerful sorcerers on Earth. Misplaced airs on Saturday, March 3rd at 10:30 AM on Cartoon Network as part of the DC Nation block. Warner Home Video released Young Justice Season 1 Volume 3 on DVD this week. This single disc release includes episodes 9 to 12 of the first season of the animated series. The titles are Bereft, Targets, Terrors and Homefront. You can check out my review of this DVD release on the Superman homepage now. DC Comics attended MegaCon in Orlando, Florida this past weekend, and guest reporter Billy Hogan gave Superman homepage readers a thorough report on what took place at the DC All Access, DC Nation and Teen Titans panels. You really should check them out there at the website now. DC Comics revealed 3 new Justice League comic book covers this week. First up, we've got to look at the variant cover for issue number 7 by Gary Frank, who said, "It was great to get the chance to do all the redesigned team members together." DC also gave us a first look at Ivan Reis's variant cover for issue number 6 of Justice League, as well as Jim Lee's thoughts on his design for the standard cover of this same issue. Comic books we reviewed this week included Supergirl number 6, which was reviewed by Jeffrey Bridges, who said, "It just didn't feel like this issue was planned very well," and he rated it a 3 out of 5. Adam DeChannel reviewed Young Justice number 13, giving it a 4 out of 5 score, saying, "Although the low point was how easily Batman dispatched Clayface after the build-up, the rest of the issue was brilliant." Jeffrey Taylor is running a little bit late with his review of DC Universe Online Legends number 23, so come to the website soon to check that out. Superman comics available this week from February 22nd include Superman number 6, which is available in a variant cover, Teen Titans number 6, which is also available in a variant cover, and DC Universe Secret Origins hardcover. What better way to show you're a Superman fan than by hanging a Superman poster on your wall on the back of your bedroom door, like this Jim Lee Superman 204 poster for just $36.87, or this cool new Justice League print poster for a crazy 98 cents. These Superman posters and so many more can be yours. You just have to head on over to our one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, game publisher Little Orbit announced the upcoming release of a new video game titled Young Justice Legacy. The game will feature an original storyline set between seasons 1 and 2 of the television series. Set for a first quarter 2013 release, the Young Justice Legacy video game will be available for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, Nintendo's Wii and the Nintendo DS. Sonic Drive-In fast food outlets are offering Justice League toys with their wacky meals. There are 10 toys to collect: Superman, Clark Kent, Supergirl, Bizarro, Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, Hawkman, Martian Manhunter and Plastic Man. Savvy and Warner Brothers announced this week a licensed partnership to release a line of temporary tattoos and other novelty printed products which will include Superman and the Justice League. In addition to its popular temporary tattoos, Savvy will release Warner Bros. Premium stickers, magic paint and colour-ups items. Stay tuned for further details on these products. That's all the Superman news there was for the week February 17th to February 23rd. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello everyone, welcome to Great Scott. I'm Scotty V and it's good to see you. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the animated series Superman, starring Tim Daly as the voice of Superman. The reason it's come up recently is that with the new Doom movie coming out shortly that seems to focus on Batman's ability to be overconfident and to be able to take out every member of the Justice League, it was mentioned that George Newbern would be returning in the next film, and that people were torn on the issue as to whether they preferred Tim Daly or whether they preferred George Newbern. Daly was a member of the animated series Superman cast. He played Superman for the, I think it was 3 seasons that show was on. And then when the Justice League came about, the story is that Tim Daly was so busy with The Fugitive that he was unable to resume his duties as Superman, and so they cast George Newbern, whom some say has a similar voice to Daly, but for my personal taste, nobody can really top Daly's performance. Part of that was that I loved the Superman animated series. I thought it was so in-depth. I thought they went into so many different characters, and I thought that Daly portrayed the Man of Steel with confidence, but also with a gentle care and also with enough authority when necessary that people were intimidated enough by him without him being particularly wooden or scary or like Batman or whatever. I think that when George Newbern took over, and it's to no fault of his own, he had some large red boots to fill, and it took him a while, a few seasons. And also the writing on the Justice League in the early years for Superman was not particularly well received by Superman fans because it seemed that everything short of a bird seed to the head would take Superman out of the battle, and then the rest of the Justice League would take over, usually Batman. And so it was easy to have a problem with the Superman on that series. They did improve as it went on, and I think George Newbern also got a little more emotional and a little more excited as time went on. But I wanted to defend Tim Daly as well because he's going to be in the Doom cartoon, and I'm looking very forward to that. He was in the Superman Batman Public Enemies, and he was also in the Apocalypse Superman Batman movie that came out. And I think he does a great job, and I look forward to it every time he shows up. It had come to my attention that some people were under the impression that he shirked his Superman responsibility or said, well, I got more important things to do than cartoons, so I'm not going to do Superman anymore. And that's not the case. As an actor myself, albeit not a particularly successful one, I know that when you get the opportunity of what some might consider a lifetime to be the star of your own series, a reboot of a popular show, and then that was made into a movie, The Fugitive, and now it's going to be a new weekly series, and you've been tapped to be the lead, you jump at it, and you take every opportunity to take it, and you are excited and happy, and you put all that you can into that role, hoping that it will be a success and hoping that it will last. In this case, the show didn't take off, and it was canceled, and it's unfortunate for we as fans of Tim Daly's Superman that he was unable to do Superman at that time, and it's unfortunate for him as well, because then he would have had work as the animated Superman throughout the entire run of the Justice League series as well as Justice League Unlimited. And I know, believe me, that as an actor, a working actor, Tim Daly works constantly, but he's not a superstar. He's not a Tom Cruise caliber. He hasn't had the film career or even the television career that some other actors have had, but he's had decent enough success that that's what he does as his job, and he's going to take every job that he's able to take. If he can take the animated Superman and do the starring role in a series, he'll do that. Now, I think what ended up happening was he was so tasked and so needed on the set of The Fugitive that he was unable to do it. His duties as the star of that show ended up overtaking his ability to do the animated version on the Justice League. In fact, he was signed to do it. He had actually gone in for a few recording sessions, and then it turned out that his responsibilities on the television show were too much, and he had to bow out. He was disappointed about it, as I'm sure we all would be if we had that opportunity. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I love Superman the Animated Series. If you haven't watched it, check it out. And remember, always look up in the sky.